Today we grout.
It's grout time.
We'll be using this stuff. Simple grout, pre-mixed.
Grout.
We got earth color. All these walls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grouting it all. Here we go.
Are you ready to grout, babe?
I'm ready. I'm grouting.
Yay! Grout time! Let's do it.
First grout drop.
Uh-oh.
Why are you freaking out so much?
Because we need more grout. And I'm not going to get to the floor today. So yeah, it's stressful.
You're not happy.
No, I'm not.
This doesn't make for great YouTubes.
Whatever.
Hey V,
Yo.
your mood is improved.
Not really. This is so hard. Grouting, it's very difficult. It's very time consuming. It's not difficult, but it's very time consuming.
You wanted to be done in about 40 minutes
No,
from start,
I
right?
knew it'd take like maybe a day, but it's like, it's really hard work. And this bathroom is humongous. And there's really tiny little tiles to go around.
And the grout dries really fast, and we have to scrape every tile. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm complaining. It's not fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be as fun as you want it to be, right?
This is so much fun.
It's looking really good, right?
Yeah, it's looking good. Still need to clean it up, but it's just a lot of work. Remind me next time when I have a crazy idea and I want a mosaic, a humongous bathroom, and it's gonna take me 3 to 4 weeks. Remind me about this and say, no V, you're crazy. Don't do it.
Either that or let's just make it a little easier, a little simpler.
Well, especially because I hadn't done it like this ever before, so it's looking good. It's just a lot more work. We are not there yet, but we're getting there. So we've run out of grout. So the situation is we need to find the grout, and hopefully it will be at one of the hardware stores in town. There's 2. So we have to drive 40 minutes to town, get the grout, 40 minutes back, and then finish this part of the bathroom. And so hopefully we'll get it done tonight at midnight.
We'll get 2 more things of grout.
I think 2 more things of grout. Oh, but do we need the grout for the floor as well?
Yeah.
So we might need 3. We should just get 4 just in case.
So yeah, that's the plan, man. We'll be done at midnight tonight on the ground. Yeah! And then I can start tiling the floor tomorrow. Woo-hoo!
Because we were walking around while we were doing the grout, we basically broke up the floor. Looks like an elephant came in here. These are the electrical wires. This is all just different pieces of rock. It's kind of a disaster. Our strategy to fix this is going to be we're going to pre-mix some grout. No, we're going to pre-mix some ready-set mortar that's built for shower pans into like a syrup-like consistency, and then we're going to pour it in there, let it dry for a while, and then come back and then mold it back into shape as it's in the right spot.
What happened to your arm there, babe? What happened to you the other day?
Oh, I got this, I don't know, somehow I was rolling around in poison ivy again. It was probably during the plumbing.
Poison oak?
Yeah, it's all over my legs, my arms.
Was it bothering you yesterday?
Yeah, it itches, I can't sleep.
Oh, sorry, babe. VersaBond Flex Professional Thin-set mortar. This is for the bathroom floor. We could not use the other thin-set, so we have this stuff.
talk about 12 volt electricity. We have this battery bank. This is 4 batteries deep, but basically I've got a wire coming off the battery here and this little black wire coming off the battery. They go down under this guy, under this, up to what's called a fuse block. This black wire is the black wire that's over there, and this red wire is the red wire that's connected to the battery. And then all of these are all fused off. And so right now I've got this switch right here. That switch goes to this white wire here. That wire goes behind the cabinet and it comes up to the back and then it runs along here. Now those are joined together, the black and red, right to these lights. I'll probably solder them later, but for now that works. The red wire that came out of the fuse block is this one. Now that's the red, hot. This hot wraps around here and comes up to this switch. And so this purple wire is the hot. This purple wire is essentially hooked up to the wires that are behind there. That's how this whole system works. I just wire it, the hot goes to a switch, and then when the switch is off, it disconnects the red wire, and when it's on, it connects the red wire, and then the black, which is the negative that goes to the lights, is always on. Now right now, when I turn these lights on, only here in the front cabin goes on. The lights that we ran along here don't go on. What I'm doing now is hiding the wires so that you don't see them, you know, when you're on the bus normal. I'm gonna cut the end off of this wire which connects to the light strip. And there's black and red wires in here which I'm going to snip and strip, and then I'm gonna connect them to existing, because we're reusing a lot of the bus wire. So I'm gonna put a black and a wire that go through this piece of metal right here. They'll run along this device, which is like, it'll be like down here so it's out of the way of the device. This is what opens and closes the door. And it will go around there. In the back of there, we'll be able to go all the way through the headboard along the bottom of the ground, and I can drill a hole in there, and I'll have the red and black wire connect to there, so that this one switch will control the lights for the whole front of the bus. I'm gonna use these wires. These are just some extra bus wires that I found that we still have left over from when we took out the emergency exit and all the weird bus lights. Alright, quick update. The wire that I was going to use, that green and white one, it's not going to work. It's not long enough. And so what I did was I broke down. These are all the wires that used to run alongside the bus that were all part of like the whatever school bus specific stuff. We were able to take all this out. So I've got this really, really long piece of wire, and what I'm going to use is I'm going to say yellow's hot, and then white and black is neutral. And that's how we're going to wire this one. So let's do it. Uh-oh, I better clean up this workspace. Full disclosure, that was the first time I've ever soldered 2 wires together. I think it turned out fine. Yeah, so as you can see, I've got the LED strip lights that I got off Amazon. I've got the solder joints that I wrapped tape around here, and they go to these guys. You can see if I turn the lights on, the lights are still working, and now we've got the joints. So now my intention is to be able to connect this hot and this to the black of the next one. Let me see if it works first. almost totally done. Uh-oh. Extra light. The forward cabin lights are completely done now.
It looks great.
Well, I guess I haven't anchored that switch to where it's gonna go finally.
Woohoo! Good job, babe.
And it's totally done. There's no visible wires anywhere.
And what about the lights at the back? In the bedroom?
One project at a time, B. One project at a time. What should we do now?
We're going to mix the thin-set for the floor. Yay! Thanks, babe.
Here's your lid.
I'm starting to tile the floor. Very, very excited. Here we go.
About 12-volt lights. This is the 12-volt light switch that I have that's supposed to work on the back of the bus. Now I've just wired it and temporarily allowed it for here. Again, I've got two hot wires coming off of the 12-volt light, and they should be connected to this guy, which is the wire that's connecting to the back of the bus. So I'm wiring up that switch, and then I'm also going to wire the hot that goes from the DC fuse block to this. Here we go. So now we head over to the fuse block to see whether this thing's on or off. Okay, so the wires that are back there, this is the yellow and white that were just back there that I was talking about. I'm using this electrics kit. Y-clips. Why am I using Y-clips? Y-clips allow you to go into the fuse block like this. So you can just wrap around these screws and then tighten them down, and they're very strong. Here's the wire that I'm going to use. This is the one that connects to the light. Yellow and white. Yellow is going to be positive, white is going to be negative. The positive terminal is on this side, the negative terminal is on this side. You hook up negative terminal stuff to this part of the fuse block, and then you hook up positive parts of the terminal to this block, so that they can be protected by fuses. And these are the little fuses. I'm going to strip off the ends of these wires, and I'm going to put these end pieces on. Okay, so now that I've got the Ys on these guys, I want to connect this one to the negative terminal of the fuse box, and then I'm going to connect this guy to the positive terminal right here. So now I've got the hot and the neutral secured. I'm going to use this. This is a fuse box. I'm just going to put a 5 amp switch in there because, you know, these LEDs use very little electricity. Now, as soon as I plug this 5 amp fuse into here, we're running electricity down to the lights in the south. Okay, now the lights didn't turn on. You can't see, but I can. And so what I'm hoping for is that the light switch in the back is switched to off. Let's go find out. How's the Mosaic going?
Yeah.
Okay. The moment of truth. It worked. Woo! Now we have a switch that turns on the back lights to the bus. Now you might notice that this side's still off, whereas this side's shining brightly. That's right, because we haven't ran 12-volt wire from that side to that side. But we do have it controlled on this switch. What's you stressed out about?
The design, it's just really hard.
I think it looks great. I think you're being overly critical.
The thin set's just really hard to work with, and the trowel is
Really hard to work with, and the space is really hard to work with.
I just can't wait till this is done now.
That's right, everybody who watches the videos, do not think that this is all fun and games.
I'm having a total meltdown!
It's not all fun and games at all.
Not really.
Not at all.